Rainwater Harvesting by Xinyi, Sanaa, Bhandari, and Lyra. Welcome on stage, all of you, and good luck with your presentation.
Good afternoon. My name is Lyra Wells.
My name is Sanaa, Bhandari.
My name is Xiong.
It is a pleasure to be here with you today as we share some insights on rainwater harvesting.
Recently, Luxembourg has been facing water shortages during the summer. Citizens are requested not to water their gardens. Here are two photos of my own garden with and without being watered, and you can see the clear difference between how the plants are being treated. With the growing population and the demand on water in Luxembourg, we must find a solution. Therefore, we suggest implementing the system of rainwater harvesting in households.
So why is it important? It is, first of all, easily accessible since rainwater is naturally occurring. Rainwater is also completely free, which is going to waste right now. Once this filtration system is implemented, tons upon tons of clean drinking water will be saved. The goal of the filtration system is not to make rainwater drinkable, but in emergency situations, it can be boiled and consumed.
While researching, we stumbled upon the UN website where they state one of their goals is clean water and sanitation. Our objective closely relates to this goal. Our mission is to gather as much rainwater as we can and use it in replacement of drinking water in as many places as possible, such as the following listed.
What is rainwater harvesting? Harvesting rainwater is a method of conserving water that includes collecting precipitations to be used as an alternative to drinking water for everyday tasks, such as bathing and irrigation. There are many benefits to this, such as reducing water pollution, preparation for times of drought, and can even support plants that prefer rainwater over chlorinated drinking water.
Here we did some calculations in order to see how much purified drinkable water is flushed away in toilets annually. We thought toilet flushes would be the most realistic example for explaining our concept. Each time a toilet is flushed, 6 liters of water are wasted, and the average person flushes a toilet about 6 times a day. So this led us to the conclusion that in 1 year, a household of 4 people flushes away 52,560 liters of drinkable water. These amounts can be drastically decreased if we use rainwater as a substitute.
Method and explanation. The rain flows down a downwards pipe to an underground filter. Rather than the rainwater ending up in the garden where it could pollute the environment, rainwater is collected and deposited underground where it is kept until needed, at which time it is pumped where it is pumped into the building. And sensors should be installed to ensure that no abnormalities occurs, such as too little rainwater, in which case the drinking water will be used. When it rains and water lands on impervious surface, it will continue flowing down until a drain or river. But on the way down, it can pick up miscellaneous debris, such as cigarette butts, fertilizers, and oils, which will damage the water and the environment.
Now I will talk about the filter. Our model has a 5-layered filter made of natural products so that they can be cleaned and replaced without negatively affecting the environment. Xinyi is conducting the experiment where we pour dirty rainwater into the filter and wait for it to come out as clean water. So the 5 layers are pebbles, gravel, coal, sand, and cotton. Pebbles and gravel filter out larger sediments. Coal absorbs contaminants and impurities such as ammonia. Sand filters out fine impurities, and cotton filters residual fine particles.
The sensor. Upon further deliberation, we chose to install a sensor inside the tank. The sensor checks the level of the rainwater. Should it be too low, the sensor automatically indicates the regular water to start its supply to where it needs to go.
Pump. A pump is used to distribute the water where it needs to be, but for our model, it was sadly impossible to be added, since all the pumps we could get access to were too powerful for the model our size. But hypothetically, if it would be added, it would pump the water up into where it was needed.
Storage tanks. With our calculations, we can say that a 9 meters cubed tank would store adequate rainwater to continuously supply toilets in a household. The rainfall every year will continue to replenish this tank. This idea can be further extended to water used in gardens and laundry, with a larger tank of 12 meters cubed.
Rainwater harvesting is collecting, filtering, and using rainwater. Our project aims to reduce water shortages by efficiently using our natural resources. We hope to have brought to your attention the changes we can implement in order to save water and to ensure a more eco-friendly future. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you very much for letting us participate in this competition.
Our sources will be linked in the next slide.
And we'll be happy to answer all of your questions.
Hello, girls. Thank you for joining us. You look amazing, the three of you. You look really happy. Are you happy with your performance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees?
I stuttered a bit, but it's fine.
Well, I think you must have been nervous before. How was it to put all your work for this project into, 3 minutes?
4 or 5
5
minutes, I think.
Honestly, because we had to shorten our 13-page report down to 5 minutes. Took a lot of effort, but yeah. We really had to pick like the most important information to talk about.
And do you think the jury was happy with your presentation as well?
Juries.
The juries, yes. There were a lot of them. Yes, I saw.
It's quite hard to tell, to be honest.
How were the questions?
I think they were quite nice to us. I think they were. They were giving us suggestions what we could further investigate on and what data we should add to our existing presentation.
It was quite helpful.
Yeah.
Very nice. And do you plan on doing that? Do you plan on working more on this project?
I will definitely consider it. It does sound like a good idea.
Does everyone agree? Do you want to?
I would like to do it in my spare time, of course. It's something fun to, continue researching and find out more possibilities on how to save and, just save drinkable water.
Yes. Very important topic indeed. Do you think that your project could help in the future with all the problems that we are facing or might face in the future?
It could, because even if it just makes a little difference in the big picture, it'll be good. And we do need to save water because water shortages are a clear sign that we're using too much of our drinkable water. So I do think so, yes.
And where did this idea for the project come from? Did you have it all the three of you together, or was there a story behind that?
Okay, we had another idea, another topic originally, but we decided to change it because the photos in my presentation were of my garden, of how they're affected by the water shortages. So I brought that up to these two and we discussed it, and we thought it would be a good idea to present on something that everyone in Luxembourg would be concerned about.
And it's much easier to demonstrate as well, this one, because we could, make our own filter, and it was very fun to do as well.
Of course.
I think presenting an issue that everyone is concerned about is more important than presenting something that is rare or that is not as common. So I do think if this project develops, can be really helpful.
There were.
Thank you. Working as a team, three of you, how did you work out who takes care of what responsibilities inside of the team structure?
Okay, so we did a few meetings where we split up the work, and then we'd all work together, and then we'd discuss at the end who had finished how much work, and then we'd talk about what we'd do moving forward. So we would just take it in sections, the project, like the filter, the model, the report, and split it up into who does how much of the work.
Okay. Looking back, what would be one piece of information you would give yourselves at the beginning of the project?
I think time management is very important.
Maybe.
We did plan everything ahead, but I think it would be much better if we had more time that we have to plan everything out a bit.
Finesse the details.
So yeah, we did make plans on how to finish our work on time, but we are friends, we kind of wasted a lot of time in the middle.
A lot of gossip.
Yes, fair enough. So the dynamic inside of the team worked really, really well. Is it something you advise for people starting off maybe their own presentations in the future to work as a team? Or would you advise more to be yes, but take care of certain other elements beforehand?
It was fun to work in a team, but if you don't have the time management skills, it's not a great idea. But if you do prefer to work alone, you'll probably get more done than working with a team.
That's great. Are we going to see more of you maybe next year? Or
Yeah.
yes, same
Definitely.
project?
Depends.
We will consider it.
So
Maybe
it's
we'll
good.
find some inspiration between. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
So it's going to be a surprise then.
Maybe.
Thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank
And,
you.
we're going to see what other contestants have ready for us and present to us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Bye.